Good Saturday morning, everybody. Chris here with High Seas Cruising, and welcome to this week's episode of What Every Cruiser Wants. And we are back with some new cruise comments for you guys this week. We are going to talk about why isn't it free? We're going to talk about why was I picked on for not following the rules? We're going to talk about decorations on board cruise ships, and then at the end, we're going to share a little video clip from everyone's favorite Carnival Cruise brand ambassador, John Heald. Well, he's decided this week that he is going to be a little bit naughty, and I personally find it a little bit funny. So let's jump into today's comments. First up, Christmas has come a little bit early this year, or actually, I should say, the complaining about Christmas has definitely come a little bit early this year. Now, normally we're going to get these types of complaints as we get closer to Christmas because, well, not everybody celebrates it. Not everybody likes it. And believe me, there's a few out there who just absolutely detest the fact that cruise ships put up Hanukkah and Christmas decorations. They don't want it there. They don't want to see it. They don't want to hear the music. They don't want to eat the food. They just want to cruise. Now, they could cruise at a different time of year when there's not Christmas decorations up, but that's not what they want to do. No, no, no. They want the cruise lines to change their ways. I am in 110% agreement with blank. There should be no Christmas decoration on cruises apart from the actual cruise over December 25th. If left up to me, I've always thought Mr. Scrooge had many admirable points. This would be about the right length of time to excite Carnival's passengers who celebrate Christmas. Last year, we were on the December 2nd Panorama Cruise. The ship was decorated in gaudy fashion, and the most horrible thing of all was the awful piped Christmas music. Religious brainwashing should not be extended onto people's vacation. We haven't even gotten to October yet. We haven't even gotten to Halloween yet, and they are already complaining about Christmas decorations. So the only thing I'm going to say about Christmas decorations, if you don't like Christmas decorations, you don't like Christmas music, you don't want to see the Hanukkah decorations or participate in the Christmas activities on board cruise ships, don't sail in the month of December. That easy, that simple, nothing else to it. There's 11 other months out of the year. Don't try to change what the cruise lines do just because you don't like it. Now, every cruise line out there, they have a list of what you can and cannot bring on board cruise ships, and this includes food, beverages, and an entire list of prohibited items. Remember, you can't bring your cattle prod. It is on the list. Now, as a cruise passenger, it is your responsibility to know what's on the list. It is your responsibility to read and check and see, hey, I need to bring this on board the ship. I want to bring this back on board the ship. Am I allowed to do so? And if you don't read and you don't check and you don't confirm and you show up at the cruise port and they take it away from you, that's on you. But that's not how this person saw it. They saw it as the cruise line attacking her, the cruise line punishing her, the cruise line not caring about her needs. Does Carnival not care about the passengers who recently had bariatric surgery? Do you care, John Heald? No, you do not. I am on the Paradise Cabin blank. I supplement my daily protein intake with pre-made bottles of Premier Protein shakes. These were taken from me by the rude Carnival employee. Her name was blank. Why am I a criminal and other passengers can bring on whatever they want that is illegal? You need to make this right. One day you will for sure be needing a VSG, John, and you will know how important these protein shakes are to you. Now, there is a key word in this comment. One key word to me that stands out more than any of the others, and that is bottles. Pre-made bottles, which you cannot bring on board a cruise ship. No soda bottles, water bottles, or protein shake bottles. Okay, that's the key word. Now, you can bring on cans and you can bring on cartons like juice boxes or things like that. And believe it or not, Premier protein pre-made shakes, come in a carton. Yes, they come in bottles, but they also come in a carton. And had you checked with the cruise line, you would have known the difference. This is allowed. A bottle is not. And yes, I went and got one of those just to illustrate today's point. But her bottles were taken by a rude Carnival employee. No, your bottles were taken by port security, which are not cruise line employees. And were they actually rude, or did they tell you these are not allowed, and since you didn't get your way, you automatically call them rude? And this should have been a non-issue. Had you simply read what the cruise line says, you would have known you couldn't bring bottles. If you had a question on the policy, you could have called the cruise line and confirmed the policy. And if something you absolutely need, something you must have, for an example, because it is for a medical reason, you could have reached out to the special needs department of Carnival Cruise Lines and asked for an exemption. But instead of all of that, you write a comment that says, well, obviously, Carnival does not care about its passengers. I was not allowed to do whatever I wanted to do because I didn't check ahead of time. And because of my actions, I am being treated like a criminal and people are being rude to me. And of course, the cruise line needs to make it right. Well, I'll tell you what. Why don't you go right on over to the website, look what you can bring on board the cruise ship, and next time, follow some directions. Learn what you're supposed to do, learn what you can take on board the ship, or reach out to the cruise line ahead of time. You really, at the end of the day, only have yourself to blame. Now, to continue along with the theme, we're going to talk about things that you may have to bring on board the cruise ship for medical needs. People do have medical needs out there. There are things they have to have when they're out there cruising. It's part of their daily life at this point. And they still want to enjoy vacation. They still want to have a good time. They just got to take a few extra steps. But who is responsible for these few extra steps? Is it the cruise line's responsibility to take care of your everyday medical needs? Things that you know you have to do and have to do for yourself, even at home? Should the cruise lines be handling this? Should it be free? Well, this person, they thought it should be. We are on the Carnival horizon. DH has to check his blood pressure several times a week. We did not bring his machine with us. We went to the medical center infirmary to have a routine blood pressure check, and we're charged. How can Carnival justify a charge for that? The nickel and diming of us is out of control. So her husband has to check his blood pressure several times a week. Enough that he has his own machine, but they left it at home. Now, this part made me wonder because I thought, well, maybe these are big giant machines. Maybe this is something you can't just put in your carry-on bag, something you can't pack in your luggage to have sent on board the ship. Maybe this equipment is oversized and it's not convenient to take with you. So I went over to Amazon and, well, this is what I found. These blood pressure machines, they're small. They're not big. They're not bulky. They easily would fit in your carry-on bag. And this one right here was $25.99. So easy and convenient to take with you if you know you have to check your blood pressure on a regular basis. But they left theirs at home. They went down to the infirmary and are shocked that they went to the medical unit on board a cruise ship and were charged for a routine blood pressure test. And in my opinion, you should have been charged. Look, you knew you needed to do regular blood pressure tests. You knew you left your machine at home. They are small, they are compact, they are inexpensive. There is no reason that you should not have been taking care of this or plan for this ahead of time and then get upset that the cruise line is going to charge you to do it. Can you imagine the lines that there would be down at medical if they were just giving stuff away for free? And is it really nickel and diming gone out of control for you not being personally responsible for your daily needs. And finally, we're going to show you a little video clip. John Heald, Carnival Cruise Line's brand ambassador, did a live video this past Thursday. At the end of the video, he read a complaint from a cruise passenger where she didn't like the fact that the staff were singing people happy birthday in the main dining room, letting everybody know that birthdays are just for kids and adults need to grow up. In a comment like that, it's not surprising. There's always comments about things that people don't like in the main dining room on board the Carnival Fun Ships. Why would the dining room be fun on a fun ship? I don't know. Crazy idea, right? But this is another example of a complaint from someone who probably should be sailing on a different cruise line altogether. But what makes this comment special? What makes this comment funnier than any of the others I have read today is John Heald's response. Because in his own words, he decided it's time to be a little bit naughty.
She wrote to me, and she is on the Trans-Pacific cruise on the Carnival Luminosa, heading from Seattle to beautiful Australia. She wrote, with the illusion of fine dining, why do they sing happy birthday all the time, along with other happy songs while I'm trying to enjoy my meal? Tonight on the Luminosa, there have been 7 such songs in our part of the dining hall. Birthdays are for children, and we should stop celebrating them once we turn 18. It was my birthday the night before we got to Honolulu, and I never asked for anything to be sung. It's disrespectful and pure attention seeking. Well, first of all, Evelyn, I truly hope that you're enjoying this wonderful crossing. I hope you loved Hawaii. Your first sentence, with the illusion of fine dining, why do they sing happy birthday? You know, in all my years, I don't think I've ever said fine dining. I think fine dining is perhaps if you're on Cunard or Holland America, perhaps, or Seabourn. What we have is excellent dining, fun dining, great food, and fun in the dining room. Fun, absolutely loads of fun. Happy birthday. Birthdays are for children, says Evelyn, and we should stop celebrating them once we turn 18. It was my birthday the night before we got to Honolulu. It's disrespectful and pure attention seeking. It's about midnight in Miami. They're in Honolulu, and they just left another port. I don't know where they are, but they're about to start their crossing. And this is where you will either tell me that I'm very naughty and need my thigh slapping again, or you may give me a smiley face. I don't know. After reading that, I spoke to my friend, the maitre d', and tomorrow night at dinner, the entire wait staff will sing happy birthday to Evelyn. Not just 1 or 2 of the waiters, all of them. It will be announced as a very special birthday for a very special lady. And then the entire dining room are going to wish her a very happy birthday by singing happy birthday the only way they can. Happy birthday, 2 shoes. Happy birthday, 2 shoes. She's either going to love it, or I'm about to get one of the best complaint letters I've ever had.
Now, I truly hope this happens. I truly hope that the entire wait staff in the main dining room goes over and sings this woman happy birthday. To me, that would be absolutely poetic justice for even writing in that type of comment. To be mad, to be upset, to be unhappy that people are celebrating their birthdays out on their cruise vacations, and somehow it just totally ruined your dinner. To me, poetic justice. So John Heald, make it happen. And if anybody is on board that ship and sees this happening, hears of this happening, good God, please film it. Because I would love to see the look on her face as the entire restaurant sings her happy birthday. All right, and that is going to be our video this week for what every cruiser wants. Let me know in the comments below. Are these people right? Are these people wrong? Should they get what they are asking for? Should it be done the way they want? Are the rest of us cruising wrong? Tell me below what you guys think. Should Christmas decorations disappear from cruise ships? Should you be held responsible for knowing what you can bring on board cruise ships? Should the cruise line be responsible for your daily medical needs and no personal responsibility is required? And should the brand ambassador occasionally be a little bit naughty and have a little bit of fun with passengers that write in goofy, silly ass comments? Well, I hope you've enjoyed today's video. If you have, do me a favor and hit that like button. If you haven't done so yet, do me a favor and hit subscribe. It is free to do so. Helps our channel grow. Let you know anytime we put out a new video. Hope everyone out there is having a really great day. And like always, we will see you out on the high seas.